Hi, so this is my GoFundMe video requesting your help for a backpacking trip. And of course I need to explain what I want to learn and why I would appreciate your help. So who am I? Well, I call myself Eris, which stands for empiricism, reason, imagination, and skepticism, which I consider the central tenets of good thinking. I think that's what most defines me, what I want from and to do for the world. So I want to understand as much as I can so that I can make my contribution to the development of our critical thinking skills. Recently, I hit an especially low point in my life, and I'll spare you the darker details, but I came out of it better understanding how I needed to grow so that I can learn and contribute. There are a lot of ways, and I think that hitchhiking across Europe and Asia is how I'm gonna do it. Alright, hear me out. So first of all, even making this video is a little hard for me. Asking you for your support is a little hard for me because of some fear I have of rejection. So this is my first step, a sort of exposure therapy toward fixing that. I'll also be rejected by people I ask for food and lodging and transportation, and I'll be forced to persist, to believe in myself and carry on. That brings us to the second reason, believing in myself. My mom and my best friend were right. I didn't see it until recently, but indeed I am easily discouraged. It stems from my commitment to skepticism of self. Apparently, I'm so skeptical of myself for intellectual and moral reasons that I think are valid, that if someone tells me I can't do something, I basically believe them. That's the unintended consequence of self-doubt. So I want to be forced not only to persist, but to believe that I will survive the perils of my trip. This brings us to our third and fourth reason. I need to figure out, on an intellectual level, how to maintain humility while still believing in yourself. I want to take this time to contemplate that so I can come back and give you guys an answer. As a species, we lack self-doubt, which is why I think we have so many social problems. The advantage of doubting yourself is that you're less dogmatic, more reasonable, and more agreeable. The detriment, the danger, is that you may be too easily discouraged. There must be a balance that is both good for the individual and for the community, and I intend to find it. The fourth reason is that my external life has always been fairly comfortable or safe. My internal life and strife is another matter, but I suspect that going on this trip and being forced to confront whatever dangers and challenges await me will renew my desire to live and my valuing of life. In fact, when I talked to my parents about
Oops, let's keep it light.
delivering me from my misery here, they reminded me what a great, beautiful world there is out there. And that was one of the big things, besides sort of my duty to my fellow man, that kept me going. Finally, the fifth reason, which to some of you may be compelling, to some not. One of the reasons for my misery, I keep messing up in school. I haven't had the focus to get my degree, and medication hasn't been adequate. So my plan for this trip is to learn meditation, to travel between Buddhist retreats and just meditate in nature. Now that may seem like the flimsiest of reasons to you unless you're a meditator yourself. I want to remove myself from the city and partially from society to really explore this technique and then also my ideas. Okay, there you go. I want to grow, learn about the world, and find out how I might be able to contribute to it. And I'm wondering whether you could help me get the supplies I need, a backpack, a tent, a mattress, and shoes to make it possible. I'd like to leave really as soon as possible, within the next 2 weeks. This is the best time in my life to do it because other projects are being put on hold anyway. So yes, for my sort of emotional and mental growth and mental health, and then for the development of my ideas, I'm hoping you can make a contribution. You can check out the other videos on my channel to get to know me a bit better. Thanks.